There was a man named Ochieng, known in his village for his love of collecting odd items. He would spend his days hunting for treasures, from old coins to ancient tools, and one day he came across something extraordinary, a lantern that seemed far too old to still be in one piece. The lantern was beautiful, with intricate carvings of animals and faces etched into its surface. It was so captivating that Ochieng bought it from a merchant who seemed strangely eager to part with it. That night, as Ochieng sat by his fire, he decided to light the lantern. But when he did, the room grew colder, and the flame burned with an eerie, unnatural light. Shadows danced on the walls in strange patterns, casting shapes that seemed to move on their own. Ochieng felt uneasy, but dismissed it as a trick of the firelight. He went to bed, leaving the lantern burning on the table. When he woke the next morning, the lantern was still glowing, though its flame had turned black. More disturbingly, the village seemed quieter than usual. No voices, no sounds of animals, nothing. When Ochieng ventured outside, he was met with an eerie silence. The village, which had been full of life just the day before, was now empty. Every house was abandoned, every field deserted. The only sign of life was a strange procession of figures walking in the distance, their heads lowered and their feet dragging slowly across the ground. Ochieng tried to speak to them, but they didn't respond. As he drew closer, he realized with a shock that their faces were covered in dark shadows, and their eyes, empty and hollow, stared straight ahead, unblinking. It was then that he understood. The lantern he had found was cursed. It had taken the souls of everyone in the village, and now it was waiting for him. Desperate to escape, Ochieng threw the lantern into the river, but it continued to burn, its glow visible even as it sank beneath the surface. The shadows followed him, creeping closer until he could no longer outrun them. They say Ochieng still walks the village, now just another shadow, his body trapped between the world of the living and the dead, waiting for someone else to find the cursed lantern.